All right, so my name is Spencer Butt. I really appreciate everyone being here. This is pretty cool. My wife is great, and so this poem is for her, and it's called Psychic Fanfare. My wife was selling books earlier. She's a real peach, and this is for her.
I'm laughing because you called me a peach.
Yeah, you're a peach, yeah. My wife is a true Rockford peach. Y'all don't get that reference, y'all are fucked! League of Their Own, shout out, hashtag League of Their Own. No crying in baseball, hashtag that. I don't know what a hashtag is. I have no idea what a hashtag is. Check this one out. It's called Psychic Fanfare, and it sounds something like this. In 10 years, I'll be on the verge of celebrating a decade of being married to the best human being I've ever met in my entire stupid life. In 10 years, we'll have 2 kids, a son, and then a daughter. In that order. It has to be in that order. And they will be healthy and smart and funny and kind and great. In 10 years, we won't be renting. In 10 years, we'll be homeowners. Maybe not in this city, but somewhere. And it'll be the best. In 10 years, I'll have a lawn to cut and a driveway to shovel. In 10 years, I won't think I need to live in a city where I can walk to a heavy metal concert every night. I'll start thinking about how cool it is that my kids have a creek to swim in and a yard to build forts in. In 10 years, I'll feel better about my job because in 10 years, I'll feel better about my life. In 10 years, I'll have at least 2 books published, and I'll swear less in my writing. I'll be more optimistic. In 10 years, I'll be more relatable and likable. In 10 years, I still won't have written a bestseller, but in 10 years, I will measure success differently. In 10 years, I'll have a hologram that projects from my belly button, and it'll tell me when I'm hungry. Because right now, I never actually know when I'm hungry, and I just eat when I'm bored or when I want to taste something cool. And then I stop when I feel sick or I have to go to the bathroom. That's real.
So much.
That's weirdly real. In 10 years, I won't need to shave my head anymore to try to hide the fact that I'm balding. Time and genetics will permanently clear cut it like a brush fire. In 10 years, my beard will be gray, and that will mask the patchiness of it all. I will tell myself confidently that I look like Odin. Other people will tell themselves that I look like a sketchy mall Santa. In 10 years, I will have more wrinkles and less hearing and vision. In 5 years, science will create a machine that you can plug yourself into when you feel depressed, and it'll fix you and you'll feel better about things. And in 10 years, I won't need it anymore. In 10 years, my kids will still have their grandparents, all of them. In 10 years, we'll drive hover cars to family reunions or be shot through tubes or teleport. We'll talk about people living on Mars and how lifelike our robot co-workers are, and some new cult, and some new tragedy, and some new snack food. In 10 years, I will still be out of shape, but I'll stop sucking in my gut around girls with cool butts and dudes with strong backs. That's also real. Fuck what you heard. I will be more comfortable in my own skin. In 10 years, I'll have more dumb tattoos to use as both a shield and force field. In 10 years, my brain will still think the best time to mainline stress is 1 in the morning. In 10 years, a couple of people I really love will probably be dead, and most of this will never happen. In 10 years, I'll still smile every time I look at my wife and still feel lucky. Still feel excited when she's near me. In 10 years, we'll be planning the 10th birthday surprise trip to Disney World for our son. And we'll have seen a dozen more movies about superheroes and space wizards. I played 100 new video games and read 100 more comic books. And I'll have about the same amount of friends, and I'll probably have owned at least 1 dog, and I'll stop always thinking about what could be better down the road and start thinking about how awesome tomorrow's gonna be. In 10 years, the bullshit of today will be relegated to the footnotes that nobody bothers to read because the rest of the story's too good.